we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. To the air is Daniels. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10.
19,
to throw is Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Hurts to throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. You talk about this Washington defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Smith will come in motion right. Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now he's free to midfield. Saquon Barkley racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Let's go. 18, 5, 70 Lions. Let's go.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
19, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Come 19, come 19.
Now Daniels. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Barkley inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hey, Silver. 63. Going Silver, ready?
Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Great, set. 180, 180.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. Touchdown, Eagles! A.J. Brown from 13 yards out. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back to and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll swing this out to Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Hawks.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Jalen Lane deep for Washington. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. That's caught. Krosky Merritt with it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing now is Daniels. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is it.
There he goes, right side. He may go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. We talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Let's go now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Daniel's going to keep it. Touchdown! Ben Simmons, 33 yards. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
As you know, I love the players of the past, but the players of the present and their mobility to move around and play quarterback, we just saw the end result of a guy that can shake it and find a guy open downfield.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
63, 6. Let's go. Trimmer. Time out, yelling.
They'll look to throw here. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. OhhBoyy showing off the pass rush skills. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, some strong running. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
79 Broncos. 18 Pioneers.
Daniels looking to throw. as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Panther 11, come 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Daniels. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
60 Maverick, 70 Lions.
To the right side and blocked by center. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Off play action. Lane. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Okay, CD, 2nd quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are because down to this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Chad Ryland to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. it's Washington that scoops it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's go. Trimmer.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. They're going to look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. He'll look to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
60 back 2. 60 back 2. 60 back 2. Panther 80. Panther 11. Panther.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
For Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 8, 70 Rangers. Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Daniels. That is into the hands of Krosky Merritt. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
Commanders, first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
70 Timberwolves.
That's caught by center. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Okay,
here's another
ready?
1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Come on.
And they go play action. Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Ryland on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Next to score, Eagles 28, Commanders 17.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. A very solid gain of 27. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 35 yards the game there. Another first down as well.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Here we go. Panther 11. Shot 50. Shot 50. Go.
Now Daniels. This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chigakakwo. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
70, ready.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, let's go. Trim.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hurts.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
Off the play fake. Daniels. This is caught. It's Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the set.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
3-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Krosky Merritt fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This is 3rd and goal.
Come on. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Ready?
Back to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And it's caught. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
2-point conversion.
60 Bison.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth.
28. Chad Wyland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
They'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Down, 10 yards to go. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Great, set. 180. Delta.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Hey, Silver.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. And when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Oh, he's going to be taken down, and now you got to spike it or get the field goal team out there quick.
Eagles, 1st and
spike this in time. And that is going to set up a field goal try that one way or the other will decide this football game. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And that'll keep this a one-point game. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it's just not meant to be.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Commanders,
their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.